Aries, hey there, it's Melissa here to do your weekly love reading for the week of November 2nd through November 8th. This is a little love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, and then the potential outcome between the two. This can be from anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between. Anything you need to know about me, you can find in the About Me section on my channel. And anything you need to know about booking a personal reading or leaving the channel a donation, you can find in the description box below. All right, let's get at your life. At your love life. The energy you bring to this connection is the Devil. The energy the person you have in mind brings to the connection is the Page of Wands, and then the energy, the potential outcome is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles, I'm so sorry. And the Page of Swords is the overarching energy. Okay, so the Page of Swords is like this, well, we'll get to it. The Hierophant, the Sun, all kinds of loveliness under here. The Seven of Coins. This might be something we've already invested some time and energy into. The Lovers, could be your other half. We got the Ten of Coins under there. I feel like this is a great connection. We just have some blockages going on. The Hierophant could signify traditional things well, marriage is one of the traditional things. Anything that's sort of like conforming is what this can represent. This Page of Swords, though, is obviously we all know the Page of Swords as online spying. The reason why we know the Page of Swords as that is because the Page of Swords likes to take in information. The Page of Swords is just really a mastermind. I love the Page of Swords. So really taking in knowledge everywhere the Page of Swords goes. So that is kind of this connection. It's almost like this, I'm getting this feeling of the people in this connection have really absorbed information. They don't just walk, through life. Every situation they come into, they're learning something from it. That's what I'm getting right now. So the Devil is the energy that you bring to this connection. The Devil is not a great card, obviously, but it's also just like we all have devil tendencies. We all have toxic tendencies. So it's not actually that bad of a card either. It's just kind of when we are giving energy to some of our own temptations, toxicities, whatever it is. I don't really think there are toxic people, okay? I think that there are toxic situations when there are unhealed people involved. And even the Devil doesn't even have to represent somebody who's unhealed necessarily. I think even healed people can have toxic tendencies. So I just don't think, like I said, there's no toxic people. We are set up in a world where it's just absolutely fine to do toxic things. For instance, drinking alcohol. And I know, please don't think I'm judging anybody for drinking. But that could mean drinking. Just going out for a drink. Or indulging in the drink a little bit is what it could mean. So it's just so many things that this Devil energy could mean, and we don't need to freak out about it. I like to call it the human and not the devil, because it's just like, yeah, it's actually our human side of us, the ego, that represents the devil in real life as well. Fears, things like that. So temptation, which again, I think 99.9% of us all have at least one toxic tendency. Your gurus, they all have something that they indulge in a little bit. I almost guarantee it. They might not tell us about it. Even if it's Page of Swords, even if there's online spying at people when nobody's looking. Anyway, so the Page of Wands, I love that you have... Excuse me, I just choked on some leftover sage there. I didn't eat sage, by the way. I inhaled it. I didn't try to inhale it. Oh my god. Let's get over it right now, Aries. The Page of Wands is one of my favorite cards in the deck. First of all, the Page of Wands, even more so, I love that the Page of Wands is passionate, but on top of passion, the Page of Wands is a loyal character, very wholehearted. Well, the Page, or the Queen and the King of Wands are Wands are wholehearted as well, but they're more, well, the King anyways, is more of, he's got so many things that he's interested in. He's so inspired that he's kind of all over the board. Where I think the Page of Wands, even though younger by nature, is more loyal and more able to kind of stick to one thing that the Page of Wands is passionate about. Really just, this person is ready to take on this adventure with you. And we'll see more. Obviously, I'm going to get some clarifying cards as well. So the Queen of Coins is your guys' potential outcome. I love the Queen of Coins. She's a mother, obviously. She's nurturing. She is, but she still has practicality. She is stable. She's resourceful. I love her. She's one of my favorite. Well, I like all the queens. I'm into queens. So let's see what else we got here for your energy. Wow, it's just gonna be one of these days. I can feel it. I started out like falling out of bed today. So let's see what happens. I always get that guy upside down. All right. So on top of the devil you have, speaking of the King of Wands, the King of Wands, passion, Six of Swords, off to calmer shores, and the Four of Swords. So it seems like we're doing some real healing, probably from whatever this toxic tendency is of ours. Another toxic tendency I have is just wanting to get into toxic relationships. You know what I mean? Like to heal people. I mean, if you're a healer at all, if you have any healer in you, sometimes we do tend to kind of migrate toward things that are toxic, things that are wounded warriors. Like we want to care for them because we feel bad for them. So that could be another thing, Aries, that I don't know why I was just thinking of that, is maybe that's what's going on, is you've been in some situations where I think, well, I don't know if you're a male or female. I will say this. It says 100% of my audience is female, so I always talk to to people like they're females. So, I just am saying that sometimes our toxic tendencies are really genuinely coming from a space of wanting to help, but if it's not good for us, the helping isn't good. Like, you can't help somebody if it hurts you and have it be healthy. Okay, I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm kind of in a funky fog right now, but we got, again, the devil, the King of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Four of Swords. And the Six of the Swords and the Four of Swords is kind of like, I see you off to calmer shores to do some resting and some healing, some recovering from, I think, a situation that brought out some sort of toxicity in you, some sort of unhealedness in you, a behavior that wasn't for the betterment of your highest good. And again, with the 99.9% of us do things like that, no matter how healed we are, no matter how much work we've done. So this isn't something that you should feel bad about, but just be aware of and do whatever is best for you is always my, and that's easier said than done sometimes. But on your person's energy, on the Page of Wands, they have the Four of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Swords. So they might be a little closed off. Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like they're closed off and they're rejecting this. Even though they're very interested in this. This is what I'm getting. This is very strange because the Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands is like indicating that they want this passionate new beginning with you. They're excited to take this adventure with you, and then I feel like they're rejecting it for some reason. It possibly scares them. I will say, by experience, you can't sit around and wait for somebody like that. You have to continuously do the work on yourself and whatever, I just try to do something that makes me a little bit happier each day, whatever that is. And then, eventually you don't even notice that the person you're interested in or that they're even not around, you know what I mean? And then that's when the right person walks in. So, I don't know. This might be the right person. So we're going to get the outcome of this connection. The Two of Pentacles. The Six of Wands. Victorious. This is, and the Tower. I do feel that there is something heavy here. But I do feel like, I'm not going to lie to you. Everybody gets real freaked out by the Tower. I love the Tower. I feel like it's going to create the connection's outcome it's going to force the connection's outcome to be an outcome. Like, sometimes we're just sitting there, like, kind of rejecting something we really want, kind of playing games, doing this, doing that. And then, wha-bam, like, something happens where it's no longer deniable. We're heading towards this connection because when the creator has a connection in mind, the creator is going to get that connection to come into fruition, okay? No matter how much the people resist it. But I think what this is just stating is, you could possibly even avoid this, but if your person is the one being a little bit of a, I mean, again, you're the one that is displaying toxic tendencies or has that card here, so maybe your toxic tendency too is to avoid love, which, believe it or not, is it's comes from a place of being unhealed. It's not, again, I don't know that toxic is even the right word for the devil. Unhealed is what I see when I see the devil. It can be anything. We can be indulging in this and that. We don't overdo really anything when we're feeling good about ourselves. So we can just all be in a little bit of a funk right now because of I guess the retrograde, and B, the universal, the global mass awakening that's going on. Like, the shit is shifty and quite, it's not comfortable. So, whatever it is, I'm just going to tell you right now that, again, the Creator's working on it. The best thing you can do for yourself in this time of uncertainty, or this time of, before the connection does come in, is just really take the time to try to love yourself right. You know what I mean? Just love yourself up. I'm going to get you guys a Magical Blessings. Ooh, I really like that card. That could really make this a good reading. Whatever you are going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say to you, you can bless others too. I feel like this Tower card is like a magical blessings card too. Again, some things don't seem comfortable right out the gate, but you get to see later why they are beneficial and why they were mandatory for your greatest good. I'm always here if you need me, and check out your other placements. I love you, and I'll see you next week.